G'day cocktail lovers, it's Martini time. And this is a special Martini designed by Sarah Morrissey from Le Veau d'Or. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. It's a French bistro in New York. And it's their house Martini, it's our way. And it has a couple of unusual elements. It involves two different vermouths being used, and they use a sherry-based vermouth. One is a dry vermouth, and the other one is apparently a little bit salty. So they talk about having a salty vermouth sidecar, which means a bit on the side, a drink on the side. Which is, honestly, one of the confusing things about cocktail world is how the same words get used to mean different things. Like a milk punch might mean a cocktail with milk in it, or it might be referring to a milk clarified cocktail. Two extremely different things. And a sidecar might be the sidecar cocktail, one of my favorites, or a drink to the side of the cocktail, like the porn star Martini is traditionally served with a sidecar of sparkling wine. This Martini calls for 2.5 ounces of a high proof gin. They use a 110 proof gin, 55% ABV, so basically Navy strength, which is usually 57%. It's right up there. And that amount, 2.5 ounces, 75 mils, this is really making this like a one and done drink. Got to encourage responsible consumption of alcohol. Don't have two of these. It's pretty full on, because there's also the sidecar. So you've got a very proofy gin Martini, and you also have some vermouth in the sidecar. Honestly, this is probably about 5 standard drinks. It's pretty dangerous. I'm using an Australian gin, Archie Rose's Distiller Strength Gin. This is slightly lower proof than what they use in the original. One of the things that attracted me to this recipe was they talk about using a salty vermouth. And I recently got this umami vermouth. I'm not using the same vermouths they do in the original. I'm approximating, just using a local dry vermouth and this umami vermouth. Seems like a really good excuse to use it. So we've got all these elements, and I haven't even tasted it yet. It's a fairly dry Martini. I don't know if the idea is to drink all the Martini and then all of this. I actually like the idea of a dry Martini with something quite salty going sip for sip. So that's what I'm going to do. First the Martini. And that is a good Martini. It's strong. You can tell it's strong. Geez, you want to stir this for a long time just to bring that gin under a little bit of control. But now for the Salty Vermouth Sidecar. And that is a really interesting contrast. So that would be my recommended way to drink this. Go sip for sip, the Martini, then the Sidecar. But maybe you want to do it all of one and then the other. That's up to you, but I'll show you how to make it now. Into a mixing glass we add 2.5 ounces or 75 mils of a high proof gin, then half an ounce or 15 mils of dry vermouth, and then 4 dashes of orange bitters. Add ice to the glass, stir that for at least 30 to 35 seconds to bring that proof down and make it really nice and cold. And I'm straining that into a chilled Martini glass and doing a spritz of citrus oil over the top. The ice from the mixing glass goes straight into another glass for our sidecar. And to that we're going to add 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of the salty vermouth and top that with mineral water. And I'm also dropping in the citrus peel that I spritzed over the Martini. All of which gives us the Le Veau, the I don't speak French Martini, haha, and the salty sidecar. And honestly, like I said, this is probably going to be me done for the evening. I should not be making any more cocktails after this. Not a good idea, but this was a good idea because it tastes really good, and I love variations, even subtle variations on a Martini. This is really a straight up Martini. It's pairing it with the salty vermouth. That is a very interesting way to drink it, and I'm just going to enjoy it, and I hope you're enjoying yourself wherever you are. Hope to see you again sometime soon. But here I am on my double fisting bullshit again. So until I do see you again, I'll just say, cheers.